I'm here, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm finally back at Spirit Forest. Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. I am pumped to be here. I'm hoping to camp tonight, but we're gonna assess the situation here at Spirit Forest, what it looks like, what's going on. It was a crazy drive in here, like the snowdrifts. Not kidding you, not too far away from my property, maybe a couple miles, that's it. The snowdrifts were above my car. Wow. Like, wow. They just got a ton of snow. This is the reason why I haven't been here. So I gotta dig out my driveway. I'm totally pumped. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here. I've been listening to like Viking music like the whole way here. So it's like I got all this nice energy. It is a warm 7 degrees outside right now. Yes, I was expecting it to be warmer. The weather report said it was supposed to be in the 40s. It's 7 degrees. Yeah, let's hope it warms up today. So I gotta get out because I'm parked right now. I'm just parked on the road, and that's illegal to do here. So I have to be able to pull my car into my driveway. This might take a while, and then we're gonna walk down and we're gonna check out my Viking tent. I'm so excited. I am so excited today. Thanks for joining me. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get all my gear on because 7 degrees is a bit chilly. So I'm gonna climb through my car, got all my gear back there. I'm gonna get all situated and get ready for 7 degrees and then start shoveling and then delayering because that's a lot of work. Okay, not too bad. Again, it's a little cold, but I feel doesn't feel like 7, but I mean I can tell it's cold. I'm gonna get hot here soon. I got a tank top on just to dig this out. So I'm gonna dig this out. I'm not gonna film all of this because that's just, I'm shoveling. I'm gonna dig this out so I can get my car in. And then we're gonna work our way down into my property and you're gonna see where I'm camping. I'm camping in a Viking tent tonight. Hopefully camping in a Viking tent. I do have a backup tent just in case I can't get access or the deck's too high, I got too much of a snowdrift, so I have a backup tent too. Woo! Yeah, okay, let's get going. I gotta get my car out of the street. Yeah, 7 degrees outside. Woo! It's been about a half hour, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna show you what the snow looks like here, so that way you get an idea. Bringing you out, let me back up a little bit so you can see kind of what I've done in just a half hour. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, does it? Because it isn't much. It's ice. And I have a shovel, I think, down by my deck. I have a shovel and I might go get my snowshoes on to go get that shovel. Breathe. Okay, a lot of work. Isn't it supposed to be spring soon? Yeah, okay. Let me show you the snow. This is the issue. The snow, it's dry snow. Are you familiar with what dry snow looks like? Again, remember Colorado's a really dry state. It's like ice or like sand, very similar to sand. So you'll see that I'm sinking in it. See if I can get you positioned here. So you'll see like I sink in it. But there's a lot of chunks of ice in there that I actually broke my shovel now. But I sink in this. So my car, see how my feet are sinking in? Just like, it's like quicksand. So I gotta get rid of all of this sand, snow. It's just, whew. Yeah, my car would sink right in that and I'd get stuck. And I know it only seems like a little bit, and I've debated on just ramming my car in there and seeing what happens. But I think it's just better for me to be safe and just to dig this out. There's spots that it's getting really tough to get loose, but I'm gonna keep working on it. That's all ice right there. So I think I have about another half hour or so, maybe 45 minutes, and I can get my car in. I did have someone drive by. They looked at me like, what is she doing? And let me show you something, just to say, like, I must have put my driveway in the wrong spot, because let me show you where the other, look down the street here, and you see there's like no snow over there. That is still my property right there. And you can see the drift gets smaller and smaller, and as you come up to my property, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I should have thought about that before I picked the position of my driveway. Okay, I gotta stop procrastinating. I can feel the cold now, so I gotta start moving again. Yeah, I walked all the way down the hill and back up. I got my shovel. I can't get through the ice. I need some metal, and I ended up breaking the snow shovel. Okay, I'm calling it. We're over an hour and a half now. About an hour and 40 minutes. I'm just gonna pull the car in. Whew, that shovel did work. So this is a note to myself. Don't be lazy, just go down there and get the shovel and come back, because that could have saved me probably 20 minutes of that. Here's, you wanna see me pull it in? Oh. Wish me luck. I know this is like the beginning of my video. Trust me, we're gonna be camping at some point. I just gotta get in here. Well, did you see it? I'm sure you were saying some sort of remark as I was going in and out. I was doing that on purpose just to make sure that I could get out, you know? And if I needed to dig myself out, today would be the day to dig it out. So I just wanted to go in and out. So I did that a few times, and feeling pretty confident too. I forgot sunblock again, you guys. I'm gonna get sunburnt. I can feel it on my nose. I could put dirt on my face. Oh, Spirit Force style. It might be a new thing, you know? Oh, goodness. Oh, you know what? I have a hat. Okay, this will help a little bit from the top. Keep my face shaded. It's just the snow from the bottom. I forgot. Okay, so shall we make it to the tent? I think so. Let's see how much work we got to do there. You know, it's a good thing I'm starting to work out for backpacking season, because this is a lot of work. I actually took the last 2 days off exercising because I knew this was coming, and I knew it was going to be a lot of work. Okay, we shall go. There she is. Whew. That's a lot of work bringing everything here. That's a lot of work. I'm hot. Back to tank top. It's all about layers here in Colorado. All about layers. So I need a rest for a little bit. I just do. I'm gonna shovel out a little spot here so then I can just kind of sit for a little bit. Just kind of rest. I keep talking about the time because, you know, you only got so much daylight. And it's literally like gonna be the whole day, and I finally got the tent up. But you know what? That means the next time I come out here, it should be easier. It really should be. My glasses are fogging up. So, how's your day? I'll tell you, today, I am running a marathon today. I hope I have enough water. I brought 4 of these, and then I think I have 1 extra thing that's in my car as emergencies and stuff. But I'm surrounded by water, and I could just boil some if I needed to. I could boil some of this snow. I didn't bring any filters or anything like that. Filters are really tough in the wintertime, so I'd probably just boil the snow and then drink it. And it doesn't taste good, just letting you know in case you ever wondered. I'm at my Viking tent. I'm home. I just said to Spirit Forest, I'm like, did you miss me? I don't know if Spirit Forest missed me or not. Ooh, did you hear that? I felt it. It hurts. My stomach is hungry. I'm hungry. I had a cookie this morning. Typical of me. Oh, that reminds me. I got something to show you. I got some show and tell. Hold on one sec. I have food. I mean, real good food here. Totally forgot about this until now, and I'm so happy I brought it. I reached out to this company. I tried their food, and I reached out to them, and I said, "Hey, I'd love to show your food on my channel." Because it's seriously, I'm not kidding you. This is the first company I've reached out to. Their food is absolutely amazing. And you're going to hear me keep saying that. Like, the first time I had it, I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll try it, you know, something different. And I think you can buy it like Safeway. And I had it and I was like, oh my God. And then I started reading the package, and they're from Colorado. And so I was like, yay! So I reached out to them, and Maggie's the girl's name over there, and she was so nice. Okay, I didn't even say the company name. It's called Wild Zora. You see it, Wild Zora? And I actually have an affiliate link, and it does help Spirit Forest as I'm trying to, you know, get some extra funds for the cabin. So if you buy something from them and you use my code, they give me a certain percentage. I think that's how it works. So I'll put my code here. Tim, remember, put the code here. I'll put their website there too. I actually, because they're not gonna feed me all winter, or actually spring or summer. So I went out and I bought some. What am I eating? The taco? Yes, taco. Cilantro, lime, and jalapeno. Oh my God, it tastes just like a taco. Without the tortilla. It's just like a taco. Oh, I love this food, you guys. So, what I like about it too, it doesn't have like, again, I'm going to do a whole video on these guys because I just think they're amazing. And you're going to be seeing a lot of their stuff on my channel because every time I go backpacking, I'm going to guarantee you I'm bringing this stuff. But it gives you a lot of energy. There's a lot of protein in it too. So it gives you a ton of energy with the protein. It's just really, really good. Anyways, check them out. Check them out. I need this energy right now. My whole body hurts. Like, my whole... That's a lot of work right here. This is gonna be 2 hours again of shoveling. I'm gonna do the absolute minimum just so I can get that tent up. I'm hoping I can get my stove together. It's been a long time since I had to dig out the stove too. Oh, I'm so excited. This is gonna be such an awesome night. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna eat my second taco. So good, you guys, it's so good. If you are a backpacker, you're a hiker, or anything like that, this is the food for you. I so need this. Tacos. It's a good one. Okay, see you in a bit. Hour and a half. That was a lot of snow to move. That was a lot, but you want to check it out? Look at that. Yes, she did. She was able to do it all by herself. Feels really good because I've been working a lot. I've been trying to wait for it to dry a little bit, so I've been sitting here for a little bit. I got my stove out, so I'm going to set that up. Now, just to let you know, every time I set up my stove, I end up getting soot on my face, and believe it or not, I can't focus on my screen anymore. So I don't know if I have soot on my face, so if I end up having soot on my face, that's the way it is. Welcome to Spirit Forest. She doesn't care what she looks like. Okay. So, also, if this is brand new to you, this whole Viking tent experience, this is basically a hot tent. Is what it is. I get a lot of people that ask me, you know, why don't I have a hot tent? I'm like, well, I do. It's in Viking form. I have a hot tent, but you know, you saw that work. What am I on now? I think it's been about 5 hours now. 5, I think. Let me just double check. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, about 5 hours. And my tent's not even set up yet. That is why I haven't really been out here. And the road's been closed. It's been really crazy. We've been a record amount of moisture here in Colorado. Rafting season's gonna be awesome. If you're doing my rafting event, check out spiritforestbear.com to figure out what that's about. But anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. We're gonna get the stove set up. I'm gonna show you the stove. I have nicknamed my stove Little Bit, because it's so little. It's just so tiny. And I say it's so tiny because I actually have a really big canvas tent that I put on this deck. If you haven't seen those videos, check those videos out, because in the summertime, this is where I live, on this deck with a huge canvas tent, and I got a big stove. And this one's just a little tiny one. So, I'm gonna get it set up. I'm gonna film some of it so you can kind of see what that stove looks like. And I'll have soot all over my face when I'm done. Oh no, I just rubbed my face. This is what I do. I just rub my eye. Do I have soot in it? I don't know. Why am I'm really dark because my background is so light. There you go. Can you see me now? It's just the way it is, so just listen to what I'm saying. That's fine. Oh, hey, it's adjusting. Yay! Okay, that's Little Bit. Isn't it cute? I love it. I love it. This thing is keeping me warm tonight. And I'm gonna cook on it. We're gonna have a nice fire tonight. It's gonna be nice and toasty. And when I say toasty, the hottest I've gotten this tent is 35 degrees. And I will take it. 35 degrees is good. Really good. Why did I do that? I don't know what that meant. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, I usually put this up after I put up the actual canvas. But I'm gonna put up, I have to fix these too. Do you see these strings here? I gotta fix these. I gotta make them really tight. These make it so that the tent doesn't sag. And again, I have a lot of videos of me inside this tent, so I welcome you to watch those videos as I did it for my first season there. Last year was the first time I've done it, so I haven't done it all this year. Man, I put this thing up in like October or something. I don't remember. October, November or something. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna bring out the canvas. Just so you know, I made this canvas. Actually, I have to give more credit to my mom. She really was the one to make it, but I had the idea. She just had the sewing skills. So I do have a bunch of videos on how to make a canvas tent, a Viking canvas tent if you want. Really, it's just an A-frame, whatever you want to call it. But I do have a video of what I did and step-by-step instructions. So, and it's a whole series of videos, so I welcome you to watch those. Okay, let's get my canvas up. I'm going to explain this just briefly. I know some of you have seen this tent before, but I do have some new subscribers that have never seen this tent. So I have stored it in this bin that is sitting on my deck. It's been there since, well, beginning of winter, and I meant to come out here, but again, the roads were closed. I said before that I made this tent. I purchased this fabric online. My mom and I sewed it together. I'm gonna come inside here so you can kind of see. I got a bunch of loops and stuff like that. It's really spacey in here. Actually, I forgot the size of the tent, and I'll put a little comment over here showing you what the actual size is of this tent. It's built for 2 people. It's actually just built for me and Rocky, but Rocky doesn't like the snow that much anymore in his old age. So Rocky is not here because of that. I do have a hole for my stovepipe to go through, and it has that fire resistant type fabric here too. So I guess I need to move my stove a little closer. But so what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to show you. Let's go out here. Do you see each one of these little loops? And there's loops all along the side. So this part actually folds in the tent to help prevent from wind. That was my mom's idea, actually. It's a good idea. It actually works really well. I'm going to start buckling these to this. And I'm going to work my way down. And then I'll get back to you, because then the tent will be more spread apart. Yep, dirty again. So it's pretty much done. All I gotta do is bring my gear inside there, and I'm done. So this is nice. It's trying to look at my clock. It's about 2 o'clock right now. So finally I'm home. Okay, so again, this is my Viking tent. What makes it a Viking tent is truly just the dragons on the top. I drew those, cut them out. I made all this wood on my own. This head over here, if you see there's a line up there, that's because that head keeps falling off. but it's staying on for right now, so it's good for today. I have an owl here, right there, and then I also have a bear over there, and I drew all of this as I'm an artist. And yes, those are my spirit animals, and I'm that kind of person. Okay, so let's get inside the tent so you can kind of see. Looks like just a big A-frame here. The weather is just wonderful. I have a couple videos while I was putting up this tent while it was storming outside, and Rocky, my really big baby Rottweiler, was with me, and he just kept crawling inside, and I wasn't done setting up the tent. But the weather's really good today. Tomorrow it might snow, they say. So I think once I get up, I'm going to go ahead and take down the tent, because I really don't want this to be wet. If it's wet, then I gotta take it back to the city, which means I gotta take it all the way back to my car, and I don't want to do that. So usually I flatten these out a little bit. Over by the stove, I'll scoot it over a little bit, but these are usually flat. And yeah, there you go. I have a little rug that goes in here too. It's home sweet home. I love this view. I really do. Isn't that beautiful? So it's been about a couple hours since I last checked in with you. So beautiful here. Oh, it's so nice to be back. Yes, I hope the snow melts soon though. I was walking around and just kind of exploring. You can't really get too far, you know. It's very similar to, like, well, not that I've ever done this, but I would assume kind of like walking in a really sandy beach that you sink in about 2 feet. And it's like, it's a lot of work to walk here. But it is just so peaceful, and I'm really happy that I'm here. I'm really enjoying this. I really am. So I got my camp set up. Let me show you. I think I cleaned it up a bit. Here's my camp. Here's my sleeping pad. Remember, I don't know if you guys have been following my channel, but that's the sleeping pad that I've been wanting. Yep, it was up here at Spirit Forest, and I wasn't able to get to it. I have some bread for dinner that we will be eating, and some candles. I have my teapot. I love my teapot. I'm getting ready to make a fire. In fact, I spilt this by mistake. I spilt it over here, and I need to get some more water. I'm kind of running a little bit low. I have this one other one of these, and then like my emergency one. So, and I still have to pack up tomorrow, which I'm going to need a lot of water. So I need to start thinking about maybe boiling some snow. I think we'll be fine. Yes. Maybe not over there, because that is a bit of my chimney stuff. So maybe I can try to find some clean snow and start boiling it. And I do have my canteen cup down there too that I'll use. And I brought in some firewood, probably plenty of firewood. Little shout out to my friend Stacy for cutting these for me. Thank you, Stacy. I didn't have to do any work of cutting wood, so that is our splitting wood. That is really, really good. Temperature is starting to drop. The sun is going to be setting here soon. You see it there? It's going to dip behind those trees and go straight down. So I think it's about time to kind of get a fire going. Definitely getting colder. Definitely getting colder. It'll probably be, because when I arrived here it was 7 degrees. I'm going to think it's going to be like 5 or 7 tonight. So, what do I have in my goodie? I know this isn't the best view of me, but look at, you can watch the sunset while I start my fire. I thought that would be kind of nice of me to do that for you. I have a bunch of stuff in my goodie bag. Let's see. I have some of these. I don't think I've used one of these in a while. Oh, I don't remember. Somebody gave it to me. A subscriber gave it to me. But I got a few of them from different subscribers. And they're wax coated. I think the things to clean your face, and they dip them in wax. I got a few subscribers have sent that to me. Oh, hey, look, I have my fork. That's good to be going in my fire kit. Gotta love that. Got another one of those wax things. I think I'm gonna skip that today. Oh, I got my matches that are like torches that I did in my Texas video. I showed those off. I think maybe I'll use those to light it. Let me see. I don't know how long those light for, because I don't remember the last time I used one. I'm just checking to see what else I have. Oh yeah, I got some birch bark in here. It's so awesome because you guys always send me some fun stuff. And you guys have sent me birch bark. We don't have that here in Colorado. And I see it on so many bushcraft channels. It feels like paper. I'm going to put some of that in there too. And that should go up pretty good. Okay. I'm going to have to refill my birch bark. I do have more though. I do have more. So I actually don't need any more birch bark. I have plenty. I'm going to save these guys, these wax ones, for the morning. Because I'm thinking that in the morning it might be really cold, and I might want to just start a fire right away as fast as I can. Okay, let's bring out my torches. Do you guys want to see the fire being lit, or do you want to see the sunset? I mean, I'm guessing you guys have seen so many fires that you really don't need to see another one being lit. It's really pretty. I like watching it go through the trees. It's been pretty quiet here. I have been hearing a couple neighbors. I think Dave drove by, and like he didn't say anything, but he drove really slow by my car, and I was like, Dave, is that you? Okay, for this I'm gonna break it, so that, because I think it'll be easier to light. I have no idea actually, but then I can get to the fabric here, and I think it'd be easier. In fact, I think what I'll do is that, and then I'll I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stick it like this, stick it in the fire, and stick that match right inside that. That's the plan. And a little bit, my stove is always hungry. Yeah, she has to constantly be fed. She's high maintenance. And sometimes she smokes a bit. Which this is my nice ski jacket. I didn't really, but I didn't know how cold it was really going to be, so. Okay. We're going to light this up. My torch. See how she does. Whew. Just try not to get my ski jacket all smoky. I should probably wash the ski jacket. Nope, she's lighting up. Doing pretty good. Yeah, doing pretty good. Okay. I'm going to start feeding her for a little bit, getting her going, and then I'm going to check back with you. Get myself warm. Yes. Okay, now that the pipe is warmed up a little bit, I just want to show you her going. She uses little pieces of wood. In fact, I think some of my wood over there might be too big. I don't think it will fit in here. I'm gonna have to start measuring them, but she does pretty well at keeping this tent pretty warm. I don't have a lot of times I'll put a little thermometer on the stovepipe. I didn't do it today. I don't know where it's at. I guess I could go look for it, but I want to get some tea going. That's what I want. Let's get some tea going. Get some warmth in me. The sun has set. I don't know, well, is it going to adjust out there? Wow, it's really bright out there. It's really not that bright. But anyways, I put this down just to... I'm not really cold, so it's kind of nice to be able to look outside and stuff. Fire's still going. Just going. Water's not boiling yet, but I thought I'd do my tea. We got a blackberry cherry. I had this one before. It's pretty good. If you're not used to my channel, I have tea a lot. I'm not a coffee drinker. I do drink tea. However, this is decaffeinated, so it's... I don't really... Caffeine doesn't... I don't know. I just don't think about caffeine. Some people are like obsessed with it. They like have to have it. Okay, we need something to hold. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my tea in. Here we go, you can see. Put a little bag of tea. In fact, I think I'm going to put 2 of those in. There we go. As soon as that water starts going or melting a little bit more, which, if you remember, I filled it all away. Let me show you what it looks like. Yeah. I will be putting that in the tea. It looks like it's mostly melted though, so that's pretty good. Probably going in the tea here soon. So I went back to the car and I got some more water because I don't have a lot of water left. I have an emergency thing still in the car. Let me show you. I seriously thought I brought enough water. But again, I know there's plenty of water out there. And I can keep trying to boil it and stuff like that. And I will. And I'll just constantly have a... well, I'm going to cook, I think, out of my canteen cup. So, yeah, we're going to figure that out. But this is all the water that I had left. I had 3 of these, about this size. I was thirsty. Like, that was a lot of work. I brought 4 of these total. So one of them is in the car. And then I have this, which I'm going to keep in my tent. That hopefully will last me till tomorrow. So I'll drink this tonight. You know, when you're up in the mountains, you really got to drink a lot. It's important, or else you get a headache. So I should have brought more water, or like just got a gallon of water or something. I'm sure this is a gallon. At least what I brought was more than a gallon. It's just that it was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, especially getting the driveway. Oh, someone's here. That was so fun. Dave came over. We started chatting. I was giving him updates on the cabin stuff, and that was really cool. But because he was here and I was chatting with him, you know, my fire went out. So I had to restart her up. Because remember, little bit is moody. So she has to be fed all the time. She's really hungry. So if I don't constantly like sit here and cater to her, she doesn't work out for me. So I am feeding her right now, and pretty soon I'm going to feed me. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat. I opened up that Zora thing again. Wild Zora. Did I say the actual name of this stuff? This is really good. And look how it breaks too. See if it focus. Yeah, look how that breaks. Pretty filling. This flavor is which one's this? The Parmesan beef. So I feel like I'm having a pizza or a meatball. Good stuff. Still waiting for my tea to boil. I put the snow water into the tea. So I need that to boil for at least 6 minutes, I think. I think the snow's just fine, but it's really good. I really want to try that pork and apples. It's like pork chops and applesauce in a bar. Anyways, yeah, Dave's been telling me about what he's doing, and you know, it's getting chilly out. He was getting a bit cold. My driveway, walking up my driveway that's a feat in itself. You know, I invited him to our rafting event, so hopefully he'll come to go rafting. He says he likes it, and I said, you know, he seemed a little, it could be a scary thing, and I told him, I said, hey, you could do a family float or whatever, you know, you don't have to do the crazy float, but I'd love to have you there. And so hopefully Dave will show up to the rafting event. I think that would be fun. And it's not that far from Spirit Forest. The location isn't. Well, it's going pretty good. Want to see it? Ooh, it's a bit dark. So it started getting pretty cold out. So I shut the doors. I'm going to turn on my light a little bit so you can see me. This is a new headlight. Yes, new headlight. They have actually sponsored the next video. So I will talk about these guys on the next video. Whew. I shut the door and it's like this thing is cooking. Like this is really hot. I'm gonna have to turn this down a little bit. Like I'm burning over here. This is really hot. Madison would be loving this. This is a little too hot, so I'm gonna try to turn it down a little. Oh goodness. Like I feel like I'm getting a tan from the heat. Or maybe I'm sunburnt. I don't know which one it is. Okay, so just so you know, when I'm in any tent, the camera has problems focusing. Like I think it's doing now, but that's okay. We just get used to it. I also, the same company that provided this headlight has given me this thing. Oh my goodness! Woo! They given me this. Oh, that's really bright. Wow, it's like sunlight in here. I bet I can hang that from the rafters. I wonder if I got any more paracord just hanging around. I bet I could totally just hang that up. Maybe I figure that out. And I'll hang this up. That's pretty bright, isn't it? Again, they're sponsoring tomorrow's video. VONT is the name of the company. The headlight seems to perform like every other headlight, to be honest with you. I haven't noticed anything different. It is bright enough, so that's fine. I'm not reviewing it right now. It's tomorrow's video, sponsored by them, but I'm using it today. I'm gonna find some paracord, cut up some paracord. I'm gonna hang this thing from the rafter here. Yeah, because that was pretty bright. That was pretty good. Wow, that's a really good light. And I'm not just saying that either. Like, I keep looking for lights to film inside a tent. I just paid like $100 for a light. This light does just fine. Look at it. I've been focused and everything. Woo! Uh-oh. My tea's done. Tea's done. It's boiling. It's over boiling. You see it? There we go. Yeah, it's going. Okay, I hear you. Yes, I hear you. Okay. We're good. We're good. Chill out. You're fine. Woo! It smells so good in here, you guys. It smells so good. Okay, let me get kind of situated here so we can cook. We're gonna cook something. Oh, I'm just like shocked at how bright this light is. And it doesn't even weigh that much. So if you're looking for a light to film with in a tent, man, this is a pretty good light. I'm liking it. Okay, I'm gonna get everything all situated and then tell you what we are having for dinner. My back hurts because I'm kind of like hunched over in this cot. It's not that the tent's right here. Actually, I don't know if you can't see it. It's not so much that. It's just that maybe it's because I shoveled a lot of snow. I don't know. It kind of hurts a little bit. So if I sit like this, you know why. It's like straight up and down. Whew, that's a really hot stove. I had to take off my jacket. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna eat dinner. Okay, nothing fancy. I actually was gonna go get a fillet and make a steak and all of that, but then I couldn't find my cast iron little thing that I had last year. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then so anyways, we're gonna go pretty basic. It's almost like backpacking food is what we're gonna do. Where'd I put it? I put it underneath the bed here. We have, yeah, it is chicken. Linda, if you're watching this, this is chicken. Chicken Creations buffalo style. So we're gonna have buffalo chicken with some rice. I've eaten this rice before, it's okay. And then we're just gonna stick it inside. We're gonna stick it inside here and call it done. I got a bunch of bread too, so we're gonna eat it with some bread. I thought about making like a sandwich with it, but that might be kind of messy. So I think what I'll do is I'll just like take some bread. This was just sitting on my counter at home. A lot of times when I go out, I just grab whatever's on the counter. I wonder if I should put the bread on the stove. Okay, plane, you can go away now. That would be nice. It's a little dense. Or a lot dense. Anyway, I'm going to stick it on the stove for a little bit here. Get it nice and warm. If you're not used to my channel and you're watching this, I basically just take you along my whole journey as I do all this fun stuff. And now where did I just put my food? There it is. And we're gonna make the rice first here. Just heat it up. That's all I'm doing is just heating it up. This is all like microwavable rice or something, and I just heat it up. And I need to put some. I don't really have a lot of water. Oh, maybe I'll use this water. Didn't know if I wanted to put tea in there. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll just add tea. Just a little bit of water to it because we're not nuking it. I'm just breaking it up with my fingers right now. I'm sure my fingers are really nice and clean. So yeah, if you're not used to my channel, what I do is I just take you along my entire camping experience, and you get to come with me, and this is what it's like if you were to camp with me. We would just be sitting in a tent and we would be making our meals and chatting with each other. I do have a story. I had a dream last night, and I would like to share it with you. It's a little on the emotional side, but I think that I woke up, you know, because of this dream, and I want to talk about it. So let's get the food going, and then we will we'll start eating, and then we'll tell a story before we go to bed. Ooh, it's still really hot in here. I'm gonna get in my tank top. It's hot. I think it's time to take off these gaiters. Because, I just need some, like, that's the only thing about winter, well, not the only thing I don't like, but, is that you gotta wear so many layers. And sometimes I just feel, like, trapped in all these layers. But these are necessary. Man, I can feel, like, this is all wet. That shouldn't be wet. I don't know why that's... My boots are kind of wet too, but these are like waterproof boots. I can never get this off the hook. That's okay. We can just keep it on there. Oh. Man, I think I'm going to take off these snow pants. Oh, that means I need to take off the boots, and I should probably unhook this. So hot in here. You guys, I am so toasty right now and tired. I am gonna sleep good tonight. I didn't bring any whiskey or Baileys tonight. I didn't. I meant to bring dessert. I brought caramel, and I was gonna cut up an apple and dip it in the caramel, like warm up the caramel in the stove, and I totally forgot the apple, and all I have is the caramel. Should I just eat the caramel? No. I'll be okay. I have cookies. This girl gotta have dessert. That's for sure. Okay, it's boiling, so gotta be ready. You know, I do like the one with the wing sauce. They had another flavor too. I didn't really like it. It kind of smells like cat food. So I didn't really like that much. That looks really hot. Not bad. It's edible. It's not fancy. I didn't bring any vegetables to go with it or anything to cut up to put in here. But I think this and the bread is going to be very good. It's spicy. Woo! It's a little spicy. Has a kick to it. I like it though. I think it works out just fine. I'm not as hungry as I think I would be because I've had those wild Zora stuff. So I'm not as hungry, but so this is like the perfect amount of food for me right now. Those wild Zora stuff, it really fills you because I couldn't eat all that. I tried. I couldn't eat it all, so I'll try later. So I thought about telling you this story because every time, I don't know, tent talk, is that what we're gonna call this? You know, every time I go in a tent, we have a little chat, and I kind of like it. I like being able to talk to you instead of just sitting in my tent by myself. I feel like, I don't know, you're with me, and I lit some candles for you too. Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know, it's something about a candle because I can't really see my fire. It's just kind of nice to have the candle here. And I might need to, at some point in the story, put some wood on the fire too, because it's getting to that point where it's going to need some more wood here soon. She gets hungry. So, my story. Sometimes I know I'm going to come camping and I try to think about, what am I going to talk about? And I kind of brainstorm some things. And I really didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't. I was just like, I'm just going to play it by ear and see what happens. And I had a dream last night. And it woke me up. And I decided to give myself a little voice memo. And just so you know, that I'm not lying. Because I'm not just making this up for some story. I don't know. Do you see it? I don't know. Maybe you can see it now. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it says it was recorded at 4:59 in the morning. And this is me talking to me. Reminded me about this dream to tell you. Because I think it was like an eye-opener for me. And again, it was like 4:59 is when this was recorded. So I'm gonna play just part of it, and this is again, I just woke up, so this is like my just wake up voice. Do a video on your dad. You just had a dream. It was about one of his last times and you were with him. So I was just, and I'm going to tell you this story rather than just tell you the recording. That was a recording that I tell myself. Sometimes you have these really vivid dreams and you forget about them right away. And so what I'll do is I'll pick up my phone and I'll do a voice memo if I want to remember that dream. And I'll just kind of talk about what that dream was about. And it was about my dad. I don't really talk about my dad. I don't think I have talked about him too much on my channel. My dad has passed away, for those of you that don't know. He's no longer with us. He left me when I was 19 years old. And I still think about him, not every day. I don't think about him every day, but I do think about him. A lot of times I wonder what he would think of me, or what he would say about what I'm doing and the changes that I make in my life, or what I'm, my goals and my dreams and stuff, and what he would say. And I think that he would probably say I'm crazy. He'd be like, "You're camping where? At what temperature?" Yeah, I think my dad would think I was nuts. I do. I think that he'd be very proud of me and my career. Very proud of me for being a mom. And he'd love to play with my kids and stuff. But I think he'd think this whole camping thing is overrated. If you don't know, my dad did not camp at all. My dad was the typical city boy. Like, that was my dad. So, anyway, let me continue with my dream. My dream took place like somewhere like fancy place, like Las Vegas. And it had this really big fountain. I remember that, and I said it on my dream too, or my recording. Really big fountain. And for some reason, my dad and I were laying tile. And that's ironic because a lot of times my dreams are, they kind of mirror what I'm doing, and I just laid some tile. So it doesn't surprise me that my dream was laying tile. But laying tile with my dad, and I don't remember the last time I had a dream of my dad. Sorry. No, I'm not getting choked up. That was just, I don't know. I have a little cold. I don't know if you noticed that. I have a little cold. So anyways, I was laying tile with him, and it was one of the last moments I knew I was going to have with him. When I did have my last moment with my dad, I remembered it. I mean, I remember it like yesterday, but I also, at that moment, I knew that was going to be my last moment with my dad. And it's like, what do you say? Like, what do you do in that last moment when you have somebody in your life that you know you're losing? And now I had this other opportunity, and he was in the last moment again, and I got to be with my dad again. And when my dad died of a brain tumor. He was an accountant, and so he dealt with a lot of numbers and stuff. So when my dad was dying, he would only talk in numbers. Again, I was 19 years old. I was a freshman in college, and I drove down to see him. And this is a real story. I drove down to see him, and he would just talk to me in numbers. And then I knew at that point he was living by himself, and he was starving himself. There was no food in his refrigerator. I went to the grocery store, got him a lot of food. He got lost in the grocery store, couldn't find me, and he was walking in circles, but it was okay. I found him. I got him a home to live in. But I'm just telling you all this stuff so that you understand the dream a little bit more. So as we were laying tiles, now back to the dream. And as we were laying tiles, my dad would again talk to me in numbers. And in what I would do is I would talk back to him, not in numbers, but I would talk back to him like, yeah, Dad, I think you're right, but I think we should do this instead. Or, yeah, Dad, I think that this might be a better choice than that choice, or something like that. But he would talk to me like 22, 55, 60, 12. That's how he would talk to me. It was all numbers. It wasn't words. And so in my dream, he was doing that. He was talking in numbers, and I was doing the same thing again, where I would say, yes, Dad, yeah, you're right. We should lay the tile this way. And yes, that, because I'm laying tile, and it's numbers. It's a lot of numbers, and it's a lot of math, and you got to measure a lot when you're laying tile. And so I would say, yeah, that's 12 feet, or you're right, Dad, that's 6 feet. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. And I don't know, it just made me feel like really good to have that another moment with my dad. I don't remember the last time I had a dream of my dad. And so I woke up. Obviously, I woke up. And I remember trying to go back to sleep so many times. I just closed my eyes and I put the pillow over my face, and I was just trying to go back to sleep so then I'd be able to see my dad one more time. And yeah, that's actually pretty sad. That's pretty sad. The last time I saw him, I asked him, I said, Dad, what do you, I don't know what you say to somebody in their last day, It's like, Dad, I'm here. Again, he was talking in numbers most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time he was talking in numbers. And I said to him, I said, what do you want from me? And he said for me to graduate college. I was like, seriously? Graduate college? That's your dying words, Dad? I even said that to him, because he knew I didn't like school. I didn't like it, but he said graduate college. And I was like, okay. Well, he knew that I wanted to quit school and go help him. Because again, I was a freshman in college and I wanted to quit school and help him because I knew he was going to die within like 6 months. And yeah, he told me no. He said school's important. But I'm like, so are you. But yeah, that was his dying words for me to graduate college. And I'll tell you, I did. It took me 6 years. I paid for it all on my own. And I graduated college. Hopefully he's happy. I think maybe if he'd be looking back, you better be happy, Dad. That was hard. I wasn't really a school kind of girl. That wasn't really my thing. Oh, I just felt it chilling down. Let me grab some wood and then we're going to continue talking. Oh, don't smoke back at me. Yeah. Might have let it go a little too much. Hopefully it starts up again. So I want to tell you a little bit about my dad so you can kind of understand like who he is and the type of person he was, what he was to me. He was gone about 75% of the time. I would say my dad was married to his job. He really enjoyed his job. He worked in the oil industry and he was constantly out and about. And Nigeria, he missed the majority of my birthdays, but he always called me from whatever country he was at the time. He was rarely traveling to the U.S. He was mostly traveling overseas. But he traveled a lot, so he was gone a lot. So when he was home, he's what you would consider the sorry. He's the one you would consider the Disney dad. You know, he came, when he was home, I massaged his feet, you know, and he told me, he said, oh, you're going to make some guy proud, you know. And I would massage his feet, you know, because I was just happy he was there and I could spend time with him. And he had this, you know, maybe I'll post a picture of him so you can see what my dad looks like. But he had this like bushy mustache. Well, that was, you know, it was in the 80s, you know. And he had this bushy mustache and we were in the pool and he would play this game with us. And he'd blow bubbles out of his mustache and he'd try to get us, you know. And I had a pool. Like I said, you know, you're in California. Everybody has a pool in California, right? And he'd be like, fee, fi, fo, fum. And then he'd say, I forgot the whole saying. I'm sure my sister knows it, but he would try to get us in the pool. And we'd be screaming and swimming to the other corners, you know. And it was a lot of fun. So he was a lot of fun to be around when he was around. And that's the kind of dad he was. And he kind of saw himself as, I'm the man, I'm the one that provides for the family. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, even though she did do some side jobs at the house, but my mom was always there, where my dad was never there. So it was like a treat, you know, like when my dad was there, my mom cooked dinner, you know. It wasn't those TV dinners that you stuck in the oven and then stuck in the microwave when microwaves came around. Yes, I remember when we had our first microwave. Yeah, that's the kind of dad he was. So, I thought when my dad died, the whole world stopped. I really did. I thought, like, the earth was going to stop spinning. And, like, the apocalypse was happening. This is it. We're all done. You know, and, you know, I knew he was going to die, but of course, no matter how much you prepare for it, it still affects you, you know, and the world didn't stop. I remember driving down the freeway on the way to the funeral, and I was like, what's everybody doing out? My dad died, you know, and it's like, it just continues, like life just continues. And the world didn't stop. And I thought it would. I really did. I don't know. It was just a part of me that thought it would stop. And it didn't. Ooh, man, when that fire goes down, it gets chilly. I got cold. It's like this side of me is really cold. And this side of me is nice and toasty. Warm me up. Warm me up. You know, I guess kind of what this dream reminded me of is that even though that moment isn't perfect, you know, my last moments with my dad were not perfect, you know, like I said, he wasn't even speaking English, you know. They weren't perfect, but you make the best out of it, you know, and I always say life's too short, and that's everybody says that, you know. But it is. And it's almost like the moment that you're in, you really need to enjoy that moment because you don't know when that moment's just going to go away. You know, like, I better not get my cough back. Every time I'm with my daughters and I don't have them as much, I'm going to change that again. I'm going to change this whole week by week thing because I want to see them more. But every time I don't have them and then I do have them, it's like so precious to me. I know it sounds really weird, but I think that because I don't have my kids all the time, that I've actually become a better parent. And I know that sounds really bad, but I've become a better parent because you're you're not used to them around all the time. And so when you do get them, you're just like, you're 100% in them. You put down your phone, not all the time, don't get me wrong, there's times where I'm on my phone. But you put down your phone and you talk to them, you know, and you listen to them and you hear the things that they want. And Kyla and I, we watch this YouTube channel together, you know, it's this girl that's an artist, and she's really funny. I can't think of her channel, but anyways, Kyla and I watch her, and it's like our bonding time, you know, and it's really cool because we look forward to it every time we get to be together. That we get to watch this artist paint. I know it sounds odd, but you just got to enjoy those moments because you just don't know when it's the last moment. Ooh, now it's really hot. I can't be satisfied. That is like really hot. Can you hear the fire? Can you see the heat? It's coming this, ooh-wee, it's hot. So that was my talk. I know this is going to be a long video, or I'm sure you clicked on it and you already knew it. But sometimes you guys like the long videos and you get to join me for the day, and this has been my day. And it was a struggle, you know. It was a struggle to get here, and well, not to get here, but to park. That was a struggle. That's a 2-hour struggle. And can you believe that there was like, the snow was up to here? I shoveled this whole area out. I'm kind of proud of myself. However, I kind of feel it a little bit, you know. I kind of feel it. My shoulders. I'm going to be feeling it tomorrow, that's for sure. It's a good thing I'm doing my exercise stuff. If you haven't signed up for that yet, make sure you sign up for that. It's a backpack. Sorry, it's hot. It's backpacking exercises. I've mentioned it, I think, on one of my community tab. But I'm offering not classes, but an exercise program. No, I am not a personal trainer, but you know, do what you want with it. But I have a whole playlist, and if you just go to my channel and click on playlist, you will be able to access those backpacking exercise videos. So I've been doing that, and yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling really good. So I think it works. You know, if you keep up with that program, it's going to work. I know some of you have done it. And some of you have signed up and have mentioned it to me. If I put my hand here, it's like, it stops the heat. But it's too hot on my hand. I gotta flip my hand. Oh, sometimes I ramble way too much. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna get going. I think I'm just gonna sit here and listen to the fire. It's really pretty. This is me enjoying my life. This is what I choose to do. Even if I hear my dad saying right now that I'm crazy. But this is what I truly enjoy, you know. And I want to thank you for joining me too. And think warm thoughts, because it's gonna be a chilly night. I got my good bag here, and yeah, it's gonna be cold. And the mornings are always the toughest, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. So let's hope that we get a morning sun, because that's the best. And it just snows in the afternoon after I leave. Okay. This is going to be a 2-part video, as always. My camping videos a lot of times are 2-part videos. So this video is posting on a Tuesday, and the next video will be posted on Thursday. So, which is the first day of spring. So I hope to see you on Thursday's video. I don't know what we're going to do. I have nothing planned. You'll just join me for the day as I get my camp ready. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to think about that. Okay. Bye-bye. Good night. And so I'll see you in the morning when I'm all puffy-eyed and tired looking. Okay. Good night.